Welcome to Paint the Chat podcast. Presented by Blockade Media. Now, here are your hosts, the big swinger, Mr. Robin Vogt, and fast on the bases, Mr. Sean Michaud.
He's a big spark plug.
Hey,
what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Painting the Chat podcast. Episode 19 coming at you live here from New England, the home of the number one draft pick in this year's NBA draft, Cooper Flagg. Sean, local boy from Maine, getting drafted.
Local boy.
Draft. I mean, I don't want to say that. The Celtics could trade up. Jaylen Brown could be going to Dallas for.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Wouldn't that be interesting? I think we are in for some surprises this evening. I mean, listen, we're going to break it down right now. Before we get into the draft pick, Sean, we have to talk about, actually, let me get the right thing queued up here. Let's bring in some. I saw that thing that you did on the other side. You were like, whoa, hold on.
Whoa.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Sean, more trades have happened before this draft than I think we expected. You want to talk about the one there?
Yeah, the last few days. I mean, I'm going to get up we didn't talk about this because it happened a day ago. It was, first of all, like the breaking news was, we talked about this before on the podcast that Drew Holiday is getting traded to the Portland Trailblazers for Anthony Simmons and for two second-round picks.
Which we'll see tomorrow evening, the second-round picks and who the Celtics end up taking with those two picks. Yeah. Sean, you guys getting after Anthony Simons for great move.
What a pickup by Brad Stevens. I mean, like, looking some of the highlights, I know I retweeted that the other day.
Yep.
Some of his highlights, but man, he could ball. He could shoot those threes.
Yeah. I mean, he averaged 19 points a game with anywhere between 4 for 5 shooting and 3 for 6 shooting. So anywhere above 50% from three on a regular. Jacks up the ball a bunch. Perfect for Missoula and his, lineup. And also, Sean, not for nothing, it kind of takes the pressure off of Jaylen Brown to have to be the guy who takes the shot every 5 seconds, because I think that's what Celtics fans are probably thinking with Jason Tatum out for a good majority of next year.
Yeah, it's going to be heavily we know Boston's not going to trade Jaylen Brown. I saw a video of Shams with Stephen A. Smith, and because people was a lot of teams were very interested in Jaylen Brown, but I don't think that's going to happen. It seems like we're at a good place right now.
So you're telling me Chom Shrania there has no idea whether Jaylen Brown's going to get traded, or are you just saying you don't think the Celtics have any interest in trading Jaylen Brown, unless it's probably a really great deal, right? Like, unless you're getting
unless we get a good deal, like we trade, I don't know, Jaylen Brown for SGA for the
right. Like, it would have to probably be something like extreme.
Something, yeah.
Like, for example, here's another one. If they were to trade Jaylen Brown to Cleveland for Donovan Mitchell or an Evan Mobley or somebody who is like a bona fide all-star, or Donovan Mitchell and some picks, or Evan Mobley and some really high picks next year. They're saying this year's draft class, as we'll get into it, it's really good with Cooper Flagg and all these folks. They're saying the 2026 draft class is going to be nuts. And I think that's for the NBA and the WNBA. There seems to be this.
I'm excited for WNBA draft coming up soon, next year, not soon. But NBA draft is so exciting to see. Especially, I'm excited to see where Cooper goes.
Right.
We'll talk about it in a little bit. But the other news that we had, breaking news, was what did I say? Hold on. Kristaps Porzingis is being traded with finalized with a 3-team deal with Boston, Atlanta, and your Brooklyn Nets there. So the team that Kristaps Porzingis and second-round picks to the Hawks, Terrence Mann and Atlanta's number 22 pick to the Nets. So that'd be interesting. You guys will pick for 22 coming up, and then George Niang, which I'm not too excited for him to go into this Celtics.
Right.
Funny because I saw this tweet that said, "Get Niang off my team. We don't forget." Remember this?
Oh, that's right. Yes,
that was him.
So the Celtics grabbed it. Oh my goodness. Oh,
unless Brad.
So he's going to be a trade piece. He's going to be a trade piece. Yeah.
I think that's what Brad is thinking.
Yeah. I mean, that would make a lot of sense. And I mean, the Celtics are going to have the opportunity, I would imagine, in acquiring somebody like that to trade up in tonight's NBA draft through trades. I do also want to mention, Sean, I looked at the Brooklyn Nets' latest post. We have 4 picks in the first round now from that Kristaps Porzingis trade. We have the number 8, the number 16, the number 22, and the number 28 pick. So we could use. I'm just going to throw this out there, and this is for all my fellow Nets World Brooklyn Nets fans out there like myself. We could use the number 8 pick and the number 12. Or sorry, number 8, number 16, number 22 pick to trade up to a team and get like an Ace Bailey or get like a really bona fide star who's going to be able to line up with, I mean, not for nothing, D'Angelo Russell, Nick Claxton, Cam Thomas.
You said 16. On here it says 19, but
19, sorry.
That might change.
Right. But you're talking about an 8, a 19, a 22, trading up to get into the top 10. I think Brooklyn's got to do it. I don't think we have any choice with how the East is right now. Yeah. We got to get somebody who's going to be able to compete. I'm not saying at number 8, Trey Johnson, who's the slated go for the Brooklyn Nets as of right now. From Texas, Trey Johnson was really good at Texas. I'm not saying he's not a great star. But we can trade further into the top 10, number 5, number 6, number 4 even, because we don't know what the 76ers are going to do with number 3. They've been tossing around this idea of VJ Edgecombe, who was fantastic in college, Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper is definitely going number 2, but also one of your guys I've been keeping an eye on real closely. And I know you really liked watching him during the tournament, was Jeremiah Fears of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
We commented on Fears a bunch of times, and you're like, this dude is going to get to the NBA and do some special stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited to see
I could see the Celtics or the Nets trading up to that number 5 slot to try to grab him, because Utah loves trading their top picks.
Yeah, usually they do.
They love trading within the top 10. So in my mind, this is an opportunity for the Celtics, because John Collins just re-signed as of today. He picked up his contract in Utah, which means Utah is telling their players, hey, stick around. We've got some moves coming. We're going to pick up some people.
Yeah, the mock draft that you sent me, the Utah Jazz is going to pick up Fears. So.
Fears, I know. And I'm curious to see whether that changes.
Yeah.
You know, as we move forward. You're talking about the Washington Wizards too. What have we've been joking? Last episode, everybody, all you out there saw the clip about things are rough.
Ace Bailey would be great on the Wizards.
He'd be great on the Wizards, but Sean,
you know what? He sounds like a Wizards player.
He does. But you know what? He also sounds like a Brooklyn Net. He also sounds like he could be a Boston Celtic too. Yeah. So Ace Bailey on the Celtics with Jaylen Brown right now, I think would be a really good. It's just so hard to know. There's always one big surprise that's going to come from this draft. I think the other spot, Sean, that we have to really watch too, in terms of teams, I mean, the San Antonio Spurs are sitting at number 14. They missed out on Kevin Durant, right?
Yeah. Which now he's not playing with them anymore. So he's going to
he's in Houston. He's in Houston.
Yeah.
So San Antonio, after trading De'Aaron Fox, I'm curious to get your perspective on this. I feel like they're so close. They're so close to being somebody and making it to the playoffs at some point here. They need to add a big name, a VJ Edgecombe, an Ace Bailey, Trey Johnson, somebody. They could be another team that trades up here and gives away.
Carter Bryant's a great name too. I'm looking at this piece. I mean, the Suns are going to pick him up, but I would actually love to see him like going to the Spurs or even the Trailblazers, because I feel like the Trailblazers, Trailblazers also is another team that's like the Spurs that need to do something.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the comparisons that we've seen from Carter Bryant specifically, they're talking about Carter Bryant being that kind of Manu Ginobili type player if he was to go to San Antonio. You know what I mean? Like somebody who's going to be there for a while is going to pick up that 3-point line, but also play big. Manu Ginobili was 6'7", 6'8", but he could play a shooting guard or a small forward, no problem. So I agree. Carter Bryant did amazing for Arizona. Very a big piece. He's only a freshman. He's coming out of Arizona as a freshman. So he could easily, if he doesn't like where he goes tonight, I mean, he could return back to NCAA basketball. But at this point, he's going to be top 15 in that way, shape, or form. Sean, the other team too, it's crazy to say this, but Oklahoma City, SGA, they just won an NBA title.
Yeah.
They're picking at number 15 tonight after winning a title because of their trade with the Miami Heat.
Yeah, that's going to be good for them going forward and expanding. They're going to try to defend the title for next year with this pick, and whoever they pick, it'll be interesting to see. I know they have Dairy Queen on here from Maryland, which would be a great pickup for them.
Yeah, I mean, Dairy Queen is fantastic. I know later on down in the draft line, there's another player who would fit extremely well, knowing that Caruso's probably on his way out. I think he's got his championship. Alex Caruso's probably done. Sean, what about Liam McNeely of UConn in Oklahoma City?
It was UConn.
3-point shooter, man. He could pick right up where Alex Caruso left off.
Yeah.
He's kind of the right guy. I'm not saying because he's white that he would also fill in the role of Alex Caruso. I'm not saying that. But Liam McNeely and these UConn guys, I am a little bit. But these UConn guys, we're going to see them drafted. I mean, as of right now, Liam McNeely is going number 20 in this mock draft to the Miami Heat. He could be fantastic. I mean, we've seen Duncan Robinson. We've seen, so many great players across the years. Look what happened to Tyler Hero. Again, not saying it's just because they're white. I'm just saying because they fit well in the Miami system. Liam McNeely would be good in Miami. I don't think he's what they need, though.
Yeah. I'm just looking all the way down. We don't get our pick, though. Not you. The Celtics are not getting there until the 28, pick 28.
Yeah.
Which is going to be raining. Yeah. Stanford, yeah.
But it's interesting. They have Maxime Renaud as the Celtics pick from Stanford, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think the Ryan Kalkbrenner pick by the Phoenix Suns. I think Ryan Kalkbrenner from Creighton fits better in the Boston Celtics system than Maxine. I do.
Oh, yeah.
Because Creighton over the years, I mean, it's a senior year. Creighton has always made the tournament. And you look at their point averages. I mean, he's 7 foot.
Yeah, I mean, he's a power forward and a center, so it would be great depending how far Al Horford will until he retires. We just traded up our son Christopher Porzingis, so we're gonna need a future center soon.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to have to be the move for the Celtics. The one that drives me crazy, too, if you look down into the second round, the Celtics get number 32. We'll talk about that, of course, based on what happens tonight. But Drake Powell of North Carolina falls to the second round, and the Celtics grab him there. I mean, Drake Powell was incredible at North Carolina. He helped put North Carolina back on the map to the way they used to be in the early 2010s when they made the tournament. I think the Celtics are going to run into a situation where it's like if Ryan comes off the board or if Maxime Renaud comes off the board by Brooklyn or by Orlando or somebody else before that, I think they got to take Drake Powell at that number 28 slot. I don't think they can wait till the second round.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't think that's going to happen. I don't see any of your Alabama guys on here, Sean.
No, I was looking too. I think it won't be until next draft, or even in 2 years from now, if it was a 2027 draft. Because we'll definitely see what's his name, Mark Sears.
Yeah, that's right.
Soon, hopefully. It'd be a great Celtic, honestly.
Boy, wouldn't he?
Well, I know we didn't talk about Colin Kneppel from Duke. It would be a great pickup for Charlotte Hornets, which I think the Charlotte Hornets need something.
Yeah, I mean that franchise is kind of on the brink.
Yeah, I mean they also had the 30. I think hold on, let me go scroll down. It was the 33 pick. So and they have the 4th pick.
So they have an opportunity here. I mean, do they have tradable pieces? I don't necessarily know.
I don't know.
I feel like they just have to draft.
No, they're gonna have to, unless we're gonna see. Who knows what Shams will tweet during this draft, just to throw off.
That's the thing.
Didn't that happen last year?
Yeah,
with the draft.
Yep. We had a lot of movement in last year's draft.
What was the last thing he tweeted? He tweeted 51 minutes ago. Okay. The New York Knicks are planning to interview New Orleans Pelicans associate. Yeah, I don't know what the Knicks are gonna do with it. It's a new head coach. They just fired him, and now
Tom Thibodeau is sitting out there like some team. I'm telling you, if I were a team tonight, based on this draft, I'd be calling up Tom Thibodeau and say, "Hey, do you want to come and coach my team? And would you help guide us in terms of what pick we should take tonight?" You know, I'm thinking like an Atlanta Hawks team. I'm thinking like, you know, the Orlando Magic, you know, squads like that need a really solid head coach or somebody in the front office. You know, it's going to be fascinating to see. I don't think – let me throw this out here, Sean, and let's talk about it briefly. You know, we're going to see trades tonight.
Of course.
I think we're going to see some players moved. It's how early it happens or how late it happens in the evening. If you were to see one trade happen, whether that's for the Boston Celtics, whether that's for another team, what is that trade? Do you want the Celtics to trade up and get into these top rounds and get somebody to help out Jalen next season? Or do you want to play it late and do like what they did with Peyton Pritchard? And that was, hold on, there's going to be some talent here heading into the second round.
Yeah, I mean, Peyton Pritchard already proved him that he's an amazing basketball player. He's really good for the Celtics. I feel like the Celtics would need to. I think they need to trade. What was his name again? Anis.
Oh, Georges Niang.
Yeah.
Get him moving.
And hopefully maybe we'll pick up a center. Or like I said before earlier. But I think they should wait to see what happens. Because I think they're in a good position after picking up trading Drew Holiday for
No, I mean, I feel that way too. It's interesting. I'm watching the pre-draft coverage, and they're talking about the Achilles injuries. Of course, Tyrese Halliburton. The horrible. And our thoughts go out to Tyrese.
The Red Sox on which they fucking lost again.
So I'm not watching the Mets tonight because I'm a little bit concerned. But they're talking about
we'll talk about it another time.
Yeah, they're talking about the Achilles injuries. It looks like Adam Silver is currently speaking. Sean, I just want to briefly touch upon this because it has been a concern and we didn't get the chance to talk about it, and we'll get back into draft talk. Yeah. But it's kind of crazy when you look at Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum, and Tyrese Halliburton all busting their Achilles. I mean, all three of them played injured in their playoff games, which is not great. Hold on a second. We just got first trade, Sean Strania, folks. What? Came in.
Didn't I just say something?
You just did.
First trade. San Antonio Spurs are trading number 38 pick from tonight's NBA draft to the Indiana Pacers for a future second-round pick and cash.
So here we go. This actually ties in perfectly to what I was about to bring up. Tyrese Halliburton and Jason Tatum, both the Indiana Pacers and the Boston Celtics, are now in unique situations because both of their star players have the same Achilles tear and will not be playing a majority of next season. Indiana Pacers, according to Shams Charania here, are grabbing the number 38 pick from San Antonio for a future second-round pick. This is Indiana trading up. They're going to use this number 38 pick in the second round. They're going to pair it up with something else. They're going to trade into the first round, is my guess, because they need to answer the call. They need to get somebody who's going to help out Pascal Siakam, Andrew Nembhard next season to start this. It goes right into this, what the Celtics need to do, which is,
I was just about to say, I think Brad Stevens is probably trying to make some more calls again and trade some picks and not copy what the Pacers do, but because they're both, like you said, they're both in similar situations. Both made to the playoffs, both star players, Achilles heel.
And it's concerning because it's like, does the NBA have to start putting their foot down on this? Like when a team reports that a player is injured and it's something along the lines of an Achilles flex or a knee injury, like obviously Jaylen Brown had that and he was playing injured the entire playoffs. Like, at what point does the NBA step in and say, you can't play that player because it's going to affect the amount of money we also make next year?
Yeah.
Because without Jason Tatum in the lineup, I know you guys still have Jaylen Brown, but without Jason Tatum in the lineup, if you don't have somebody to go,
we probably won't have Jaylen Brown for like a couple of weeks before. We'll see.
Right.
We'll see his progress of healing for his injury, but I don't know.
But that affects the amount of money that the Boston Celtics are making in ticket sales, in merchandise, in everything. So I feel like, I don't know how you feel, but I feel like the NBA's got to get a little bit more strict with these teams and say, please don't play your player if they're about to bust their Achilles. Please don't play them like if they're gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I could say that. I mean, I think they should. I'm going to say that they do that for the WNBA, even though their seasons even half are short, so they don't even have time to come back. I mean, also I'm hearing that report for like people want to say, do we want the NBA season shorter and all that, like because of this? I don't know.
Yeah. I guess I just don't know what we're going to do about it necessarily. But now, as we've seen, and let's get back to the draft on this, the Pacers have traded up into the second round at number 38. Sean, I haven't even looked to see in our mock draft here who San Antonio was planning on in the mock draft.
I have it right here. So
Yeah.
Jimmy Watkins from Florida State.
Right.
They're not related to Juju, right? I don't think they're related.
My guess is that they don't want to stay there. My guess is that they want to trade up into the first round out of the second round. Whether that's going up and grabbing somebody like Rasheer Fleming from St. Joseph's, who had a great season. The other person that I'm looking at here who had an amazing year, my Michigan State Spartans, Jace Richardson, was incredible during the NCAA tournament. He's a point guard, shooting guard, but he can play big. He's almost 6'1", but he's also he's 6'3", so he could play large shooting guard, small forward, in different cases. So you have somebody like that. You have Will Riley from Illinois, right there, right next door. There's opportunities, I think, for the Pacers to trade up. Listen, just saying. Does Indiana trade up and get Liam McNeely of UConn? I could see Liam McNeely on the back of a Pacers uniform, 100%. And he plays. He's the same height. He's 6'7", same height as Tyrese Halliburton.
I mean, that would really work out for them if they pick him up.
I would like to see a battle between the Celtics and the Pacers for Liam McNeely. That's just me. So we'll have to wait and see what that ends up looking like. Looking to see if there's any more coming in right now. I know we're
just refreshing.
Yeah, because I know we're going to get some more news here, of course, from Shams. We're going to get more news from a whole bunch of folks as we move forward. Interesting. So this is an update based on Shams' tweet. This comes from Yossi Gozlan, who's an NBA salary cap analyst. So Yossi kind of breaks down the money that's involved with trades and moves. The Pacers get a selection 15 slots lower and with a $2 million lower salary than the 23rd pick they traded last week, which is interesting. Great piece of business for the Pacers, who reacquired their own 2026 first-round pick while getting into the top of the second round. So they got their pick back for next year through this trade, which is good, which is really good. Plus, 15 slots lower, $2 million lower on the salary, allows them to pay a player and allows them to kind of maintain their roster that they currently have. So big shout out to Yossi. I'm going to retweet that on our Paint the Chat page so everybody can see that little bit of analysis. But really interesting stuff starting to come in specifically about the Pacers move and why that happened. Sean, I think, again, I'm just going to bring it back. I think we're going to see a lot of that. We are going to see a lot of that. Bobby Marks tweeted, second round pick is $1.3 million in year one. That's how much you pay the player in year one is $1.3 million. Pick 23 was $3.2 million. So they did save a little bit of money by trading back. Yeah. Celtics need to do the same. You look at the Celtics salary cap right now, right?
I mean, I think it was like 550, and then it went down to, I think it was 220. Yep.
So they've been able to decrease it across this time, but I don't think Brad Stevens is done.
No, I don't think he's done at all.
I'm trying to think of if there's any other specific player on the Celtics right now that could be moved. If you're taking Jaylen Brown out of the picture, Porzingis is gone.
Yeah,
Porzingis is out.
Porzingis and Drew's gone.
Right. So I'm just thinking in terms of those guys. It's tough. It's tough because you could trade future picks. It seems like that's what everybody is doing. You don't trade Luke Cornett, right? Because he is your acting center right now.
I mean, Miles Norris, maybe.
maybe the only other person, Sean, and I hate to say this, if they're going to give you a good return, does Derek White get a lot of looks tonight?
Looks, I mean, I
honestly, want to maintain Jalen.
It's funny because I think I more teams are going after Jalen than Derek. Wait,
right. Phoenix is going to be an interesting point in that because Phoenix picks up Jalen Green, right? And they have Bradley Beal already. Bradley Beal might get moved this evening for some picks.
Unless we get someone to get someone huge, we would be trading Derek White, but I don't think we're going. I highly doubt we're going to trade him.
I'm just thinking if Phoenix is in rebuild mode, if I were Brad Stevens, I'd be calling up the Phoenix Suns. And I'd be like, what do you want for Jalen Green? Because Jalen Green is a fantastic talent. He's younger, of course, than Derek White. And he was a main part of the Houston Rockets' success this past year. I feel like we're not done seeing Phoenix moves, whether that's Bradley Beal or Jalen Green, because they are in full rebuild mode. Memphis is another team. Jaren Jackson Jr. is still sitting there in Memphis. Celtics could easily go get Jaren Jackson Jr. if they wanted to make a trade, send Derek White to Memphis. Go bring Marcus Smart back to the Boston Celtics.
Right, it'd be great for our defense again,
but I'm looking at the Porzingis trade with the Celtics specifically, moving him along. You bring in somebody like Jaren Jackson, who can, you put Jaren Jackson and Al Horford on the floor. They've played with each other before.
Yeah.
In Atlanta. They know. They know how to play with each other. Sorry, came off wrong. Sorry, I didn't mean to say it that way. But
it's okay.
Clip that. I'll clip that for later.
Maybe just out of context. It'll be fun.
This is tough.
I don't know. I think I feel like we need a post-reaction episode
to this draft. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to have something. Anyway,
like you said, it's really hard to tell right now.
It is. There's definitely moves. Shams has an idea. Shams, if you're
Shams does, yeah.
Give us a call. Tell us what's up. We'd love to have you on. We'd love to have you on Painting the Chat podcast.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to quickly talk about is this whole talk of Cooper Flagg. I know he's our local Maine boy. Okay.
Yeah.
He's going to go to Dallas.
Is he going to stay in Dallas? That's my question.
Sean, are we looking at a bust at number one?
I think. See, I'm not saying it's not a bust, but I was thinking, I feel like Cooper should have stayed another year in college.
He's coming out too early.
Like, I know he's not. I don't want him to be a bust. Like, not Tyler Hero, but yeah.
Well,
but obviously Cooper Flagg is a better basketball player than Cooper Flagg, but it feels like we haven't had a youngest player since LeBron going to high school, going straight to college. Straight to the NBA. Cooper Flagg only played one season in college.
Right.
Is he ready for the NBA? That's my question.
I know that's the question, and I was just looking at two. There was a player I wanted to compare him to, and I hate doing it.
Is he white?
But do you remember the hype behind Tyler Hansborough in North Carolina? They were saying that when he enters the league, he's going to be the next Tim Duncan. He's going to lead whatever franchise he goes to. to the promised land.
Yeah, funny thing, he was also drafted by the Pacers.
So I feel like we've seen this story before.
Yeah,
and I'm not knocking the local kid. I'm not.
Oh, no.
But
it happens.
This is part of the story. Does Cooper Flagg live up to what the Mavericks need him to be, or do we have a situation?
But also, Tyler played college for 4 years,
right?
And Cooper Flagg's only played for 1 year, so it's a little different. So still, honestly, I think he should play it another year. That's what I think. But
he should have played 1 more year and led Duke to a national championship. I think him having a national championship, I think I'd feel differently right now.
Yeah, it's the same thing with like Paige Becker. She played another year because she was eligible. She played 5 years of college. For 1 year, she was out because of her injury. But then she's like, no, I'm going to play another year. And then look what they got. She's a national champion.
National champions again. And that made a huge difference.
Yeah.
That made a huge difference, I feel. If Paige had not won a championship with UConn and left early and went to the Dallas Wings, or whoever was going to be the number 1 pick at that time.
Well, no, she wouldn't be the number 1 pick because Caitlin Clark was.
Right.
So that's another reason why. That's probably another reason why she's
safely number 3 then behind Angel Reese then at that point.
No,
before Angel Reese.
I think before, just because of Paige's especially her height. She got really popular in high school. I hadn't seen anything about Angel Reese's high school career, but that's the same.
No.
But going back to Cooper Flagg, it'd be interesting to see where he lands. I think, like you said, I think he's going to go to the Mavericks.
He's at the right.
I don't know. I just don't hope. Again, like you said, not the guy. I just hope he plays well and not has a terrible first season just because he's not ready. Because he played a bunch of college kids, but I'm sure he played a couple of NBA players, but
the other thing it's feeling like too is Andrew Wiggins. When Andrew Wiggins was drafted, top pick, supposedly was the second coming of LeBron James at the time. Andrew Wiggins didn't hit the peak of his career until he was with Golden State, won a championship with them, and was the main difference in them winning. But that wasn't until 5 to 6 years later. And he had bounced around. So Cooper, where Dallas is fingers crossed for the Newport, Maine kid. Fingers crossed. We're doing the podcast. We're hoping.
Yeah.
But
I want him to do well.
His career now, or is he going to have to go to a team at some point 2 or 3 years down the road that's going to give him the better chance to win? I'm thinking it's the second part of that.
He's got to prove him. If he could if he goes to the Mavericks, have the Mavericks go to the championship because of it.
It's a lot to put on a young kid.
Doctor, I'm saying he's only 18.
Yeah. It's a lot. LeBron came out, but he didn't win a championship in his first year.
No.
Cleveland didn't make it until 4 years later.
That's still early for LeBron because he didn't go to college either.
No. But we might as well treat Cooper Flagg, only being a freshman and 18 years old, like he didn't go to college. It's the closest thing to coming out of high school that we have right now.
So far, yeah.
Right? So to me, it's I hope well for the kid. I really do. I'm rooting for him. But just Dallas.
It would have been nice for him.
Dallas, man.
I mean, it would have been nice for him to win another championship for Duke for him.
Yes. Get a championship for Duke. He would have been a better. I'm just gonna say, he would have been a better fit in San Antonio. Jeremy Sohan, Victor Wembanyama, Stephon Castle, who's been amazing. You put him in that lineup. Awesome. Flagg and Anthony Davis with question marks at your shooting guard and your point guard? Because, yeah, you're going to have Kyrie Irving again next year, but Kyrie has a thing with rookies. I'm just going to put that out there. It was a problem in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Could end up being a problem in Dallas again.
I don't see Kyrie and Cooper playing well together.
I don't either. I don't see it. And we're seeing reunions across the league right now. Russell Westbrook is joining Kevin Durant in Houston. It's going to be a mess, but he's joining him in Houston to end his career. And probably Kevin Durant's last few years here.
Yeah.
Because they want to finish a story. The story that they had in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Because they never got that. Oklahoma City was like, we're moving on. We can't afford you guys.
Now look at them. They won a championship.
They won a championship. We're seeing the reunions start to happen. There's been a lot of talk. Terry Rozier, Scary Terry, coming back to the Celtics. Yeah. Would love to see it. Would love to see that happen.
I would love to see Marcus Smart in his career as a Celtic.
But that's the conversations we're having, right? So you have Kyrie in Dallas, who doesn't have Luka Doncic, is going to be relying heavily upon a rookie this next season, and an aging Anthony Davis. That's hard, man.
It is.
That's really hard. And
all these teams are looking at that they need younger players.
There's the starting lineup. They're just showing it on TV. Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Cooper Flagg, Anthony Davis, and Derek Lively II. You have Klay Thompson, who's pretty much at the end of his career. You have Anthony Davis, who's pretty much at the end of his career. And you got Kyrie Irving, who's pretty much at the end of his career.
They're not, as of now, where they're standing, they're not star players. I mean, they are, but they're not superstars. They're not Tyrese. They're not SGA. They're not Jalen Brunson. They're not Jason Tatum.
No. Absolutely not. We're going to have some surprises tonight. I think Cooper Flagg is going to be the story. Of course, being at number 1. ESPN's going to have a field day.
Oh, yeah.
Dylan Harper at number 2. I think that's the right move. I think the real draft happens after number 3. I think that's when we're going to see teams go from bubbles to playoff contenders to teams who are going to challenge the Celtics, the Cavaliers, and the Pacers next season. I don't trust Dallas. I don't trust Houston with Kevin Durant. No. The Texas teams, we're hyping them up so much. Other than San Antonio, we're underhyping San Antonio.
So you're saying every Texas team across
I'm
the world?
saying, Sean, that Texas is dumb.
Texas is dumb?
Are basketball teams from Texas dumb?
Hey, the Dallas Mavericks are doing a little better, okay? The three one having
the starry nights are going dim, especially when they're over dumb old stupid Mavericks. I'm just saying it. Just throwing it out.
No, I mean, yeah. Dallas is...
It's a mess.
It is a mess.
Talking about Washington, D.C., Dallas, get your shit together, man. The Cowboys suck. The Texas Rangers suck.
I guess the Astros are okay, but I hate the Astros. So.
Nobody cares about the trash banging, trash dinging Astros. Nobody cares about them.
Later, I said I didn't care about where they at.
Remind me to clip that. Trash ringing, bash singing, / tinging Astros.
Right, the Rangers are up 3-1 with the Orioles, so
Yeah, it's Baltimore Orioles.
the Orioles.
The Baltimore Orioles suck. Anyway.
Yeah.
Another sad team that we'll be talking about on future episodes. Sean, as we get close to almost 50 minutes here, wow.
Yeah.
We've got 18 minutes. Y'all watching.
I'm hoping for another, maybe one more tweet by Shams for the trap pick.
We need Shams, Trons.
Come on,
Get
Shams.
out. Come on, Shams. Come on, Shams. Get out there. Give us some good beef to work with here. Fry that bad boy up. Throw some American cheese on it. Maybe some Swiss cheese.
Swiss.
Bacon.
And a toasted bun.
What?
Lettuce. Tomato.
What? What?
Okay.
Okay. We'll see what happens. There's going to be a lot of surprises, a lot of picks. Please, you see it down there below. We have it shared this evening. Follow us over on X this evening for all the live tweeting from the draft. Sean's going to be on. I'm going to be on PTC account. Anytime Shams comes on, we're going to have it tweeted out to y'all so you can see. Yeah. We'll do our live reactions as well to Shams' tweets, which is going to be really cool. Very exciting times here. Sean, any final thoughts as we wrap up here on this live stream? There's a very good chance, depending upon maybe some surprise trades, players moving, you may see us a little bit later too, following the end of the first round briefly to go over what happened. But anyway, Sean, final thoughts here on the NBA draft. Who do you think is going to be best dressed? Do you think Cooper Flagg is going to be best dressed? Do you think Dylan Harper? Who do you think is going to have the better outfit this evening?
Charles Barkley.
Ooh, Barkley's going to have the outfit. Okay, interesting. Any final thoughts in terms of players, Celtics? Anything you'd like to see this evening?
I'm just ready. I'm just ready to see what happens. Bracing for impact.
I will say ditto to that. It's an exciting time. Again, number 1, number 2 are going to be pretty simple. The Mavericks absolutely taking Cooper Flagg. The Spurs taking Dylan Harper. Great fit in San Antonio. I think he'll do really well there. And then, of course, it starts with those those sad South Side Philly 76ers.
Am I sad for them? Probably. Not really.
I don't know, man. Been to Philly a lot recently. I feel bad for those 76ers fans. I feel like they want basketball.
It's hard to like Philly.
It's a basketball. People say it's a football town. Philadelphia is a football town. It's a basketball town. You got Villanova. You got Temple.
Maybe I just don't like the Phillies.
Well, we hate the Phillies. Let's make that clear. Just because the 76ers play right next door to the Philadelphia Phillies.
I mean, I do like the Eagles. So.
Yeah, no, Eagles are great.
Fly Eagles, fly.
Yeah, go Birds. That's what everybody says. Go Birds. I feel bad. Like I said, Philadelphia is a basketball town. I don't care what people say. You got Villanova. You got Temple.
I would love to go to the 76ers game.
You got Penn State. You got the Ivy League champs, Penn. Sean, you and I, we will catch a 76ers game in the near future.
We got a lot of places to go, but
start checking off the list of places. Fanatics Fest next year, PTC podcast, trip to New York.
That would be amazing.
Hey, a lot of stuff happens there. That's how Kevin Durant found out he was getting traded, was at Fanatics Fest while he was on stage.
Yeah.
So, hey, listen, if we can be the one to break the news that Cooper Flagg goes to the Boston Celtics after 1 year in Dallas at Fanatics Fest, we'd like to do that. We'd love to be there.
That'd be interesting.
It'd be super.
I would love it.
I would love to see it. Kevin Boyle. Who was he head coach of? Monteverde? Verdi?
What?
We never heard of it. Anyway, they're just interviewing random people because they need to fill time on ESPN. Anyway, Sean, we have hit that time here on the podcast, episode 19, your pre-NBA draft special live from New Hampshire, only hours away from the hometown of Newport, Maine, of Mr. Cooper Flagg himself.
Only 14 minutes away.
14 minutes away, Sean. We're going to head on over to X, use those ats below to follow us, and of course, we'll share it here. Sean, it's that time of the podcast. It's a little thing we'd like to call
Plug time.
Plug time here at Painting the Chat podcast. Mr. Sean Michaud, where can the good people find you across social media, tweeting out John Strawny and also tweeting out what's going on this evening?
Sean Michaud 1. It's down below. That's my Twitter, and my Instagram's out there, but it's at Zone Z.
Yes, absolutely. Also on Facebook, right? Like they're more than happy to request. You may not be.
Yes, that too.
Can't miss his profile.
No.
Oh, actually,
what
what is your profile? What is your? I've lost track.
What is my profile? I don't know actually.
I mean, don't show it online. Just showing it to everybody. Hey guys, this is my profile.
Oh, it's my photo from in Iceland.
Oh, okay, that would make
2
sense.
years ago.
That's right. That was 2 years ago.
Almost 2 years ago.
What?
2 years. 2 years from September.
Stop.
I don't want to talk about
You
it.
just went there yesterday.
I know. I mean, it feels like I went.
And yesterday, technically.
It feels like it. It's been 3 months.
Jeez, time flies, man.
Oh, now look at the good people find you.
They can find me over here, if you're watching live, over on X, Twitter, at X_Robin W. Vogt. Make sure to follow Painting the Chat podcast, of course, from the account you're watching this live on, at Paint the Chat Pod, over on Instagram, at Paint the Chat Pod as well. I'll be updating that with screenshots of the draftees through our stories and everything else. And also, please make sure to follow us over on TikTok, folks, at Painting the Chat podcast. We're excited to be over there.
Putting some clips on there soon.
Yes, we're going to have so many clips from tonight, reactions to draft picks and whatever else. Don't be surprised if you don't get some selfie reactions if Brooklyn trades up, making some amazing moves. So please make sure to lock it over there as well. We might go live on TikTok sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Some TikTok exclusives.
Get ready. We might be opening some cards over there soon.
That's
in the near future.
I love that idea. I think we're going to do a lot of card openings and stuff like that. But anyway, for Mr. Sean Michaud over there, this is your host, Robin Vogt. We will see you next time. Enjoy the NBA draft. Check us out over on social media with all that live coverage from the draft. And Sean, what were you about to say?
See ya in a bit, maybe.
So long.
Farewell.
Da, 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 da. I do to you and you and you. See everybody. See you soon.
Bye.